Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I've learned as I've grown into the person that I am today. I'm laughing because Tucker always sits over here, only when I do this channel video. He sits over here and he just like looks at me like this, like he's an audience to the Peterisms show. Like he's like, I'm ready for this meditation. So, I'm in a really good mood today. It's beautiful in Indiana. It's like, but it's hot. It's like 90 degrees and I'm excited. We have counseling tonight and then we're going out on a double date with our friends Melissa and Jason out to dinner to this restaurant that we love that's outside. And it's been a good day. I feel very calm and very peaceful. And I think it has a lot to do with how I started my day. And so I got up this morning and I took the dogs outside and I went and I grabbed my Codependent No More Language of Letting Go meditation book. But I also had the Daily Book of Positive Quotations by Linda Picone. I know it by heart now. Sitting like right on top of it. So I grabbed both of them and went outside and I was sitting in the grass while the dogs were kind of just like walking around and stuff. Did my prayers, did my meditations and my positive affirmations for the day and just kind of was thanking, you know, my higher power for the things that I'm grateful for in my life. And I believe that. I believe in simple abundance of gratitude. And so I was kind of just like practicing all of that. And I was thinking a lot about, if you watched my vlog, about a meeting that I went to yesterday, and I was just thinking about some of the things I heard in there yesterday. And so anyway, I read the Codependent No More one, and then I grabbed this, and I was just like, I just randomly just open it to any page, and I've read these books so many times, you guys, at this point, that sometimes I just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna grab just, you know, the book and just open it to whatever, maybe that's what's supposed to speak to me for that day. And this was interesting, because this was on April 19th, so mind you how I'm feeling, right? And the meditation is called Unlikely Happiness. My life has no purpose, no direction, no aim, no meaning, and yet I'm happy. I can't figure it out. What am I doing right? Charles Schulz. And Charles Schulz is the guy that was, you know, did the Peanuts comics and all of that. Charlie Brown and Snoopy and all that. And it's like the world's shortest meditation. It's literally, I know you can't see it, but it's like literally like one little paragraph. Some days we just feel good for no particular reason. Let's not pick this feeling apart and analyze it away. Let's just enjoy it. If I feel good, I'm going to count myself lucky and have a great day. And I was actually thinking back on like days like this. Mama said there'd be days like this, there'd be days like this, my mama said. I love that song. So anyway, but you know, I was thinking about days like this growing up, like when I was like in elementary school, and I'd be like so into some book that I was reading that I had gotten at the library at school, and I would come home and it was like such a warm day, and my mom and I would have dinner, and then I would just like lay around the house and we would watch TV and read, and nothing big deal happened, but it wasn't a day that I was being bullied at school. Everything went fine and it was just a good day. And it made me kind of think of that. Like there are days that are just like, okay, it's just a good day today, you know? And just to sit in that moment and just enjoy the good day. But since that meditation is so short, oh, I didn't see this one back here. I wanted to kind of just like pick another book. So I have, right here you will see, I have 5 books that I'm just gonna kind of like randomly go through and pick and see like, which one should I read? Which one should I read? There's 5 of them right here. And then I'm just gonna kind of like, I have no idea. I haven't read any of these, so I have no idea what they're gonna say. So maybe the universe is trying to speak to me on whatever meditation we hear today. So, okay. Top book is Time for Joy. I never read from this book. This is, I have to say, this is not like one of my favorite meditation books of life, because usually they have all these little like stick figure drawings on here, but like see, some of the meditations are short, and like this one, May 19th, I love the person that I am becoming, Diane Crosby, and then there's a picture that says me. Yeah, how am I supposed to do a video about that? I do love the person I'm becoming. I love the person I'm becoming every day and changing into, you know? So anyway, let's read September, what is today, the 18th? And see what it says for today. See, they're all so short in here. Like September 20th, I am very grateful for this day. I'm grateful for all the love and the inspiration that I've received from my higher power whenever I ask. I just stop and tune in to this universal energy, and I am transformed to the level of my willingness. Thank you, it says. I mean, I like that because it's short. Like, so, I don't know. Maybe I could use this as just like a book when I need to be inspired for a little bit. September 18th, it's short too. Okay, well, we're going to talk about this. The quote is from George Herbert. You must lose a fly to catch a trout. Events of this day might show me that it would be better to let go of something I value than fight to hold on to it. This never happens unless there is something better for us in our future. Letting go of one thing creates the space for something new to be able to move in. When we give up the struggle, new prizes appear. If something isn't working for me today, I am willing to let go of the struggle. I trust that God has something better in store for me. I talked about this last night on my vlog. I talked about the idea of surrendering, surrendering in instead of surrendering up. It's hard to do that. It's hard to let go of things in life, all kinds of things it's hard to let go of. And, whether that's an idea, a belief, or a friendship, it's hard to let go of that, But I think at some point you have to move on and, and surrender in. And I was telling the story last night about Oprah that, Oprah really, really, really wanted the part in The Color Purple. And she had read the book by Alice Walker. It was like one of her favorite books of life. I love the book as well. I love the movie as well. And so she auditioned for it, and then she didn't hear anything. And so she would call this agent, right? Her agent. And so her agent said, I think I've told this story on here like a million times, but her agent said, Oprah, there are real actresses that are auditioning for this part. And she said, you're just one person. So Oprah went to this weight loss camp, and she was there, and she's I think she said she was I always think it's like a treadmill, but she said, I think she said she was running on a track. And she was running this track, and she was kind of talking to God, and she said, God, obviously this is not what you have planned for me. This is not the road that you have planned for me. This is not my journey. But whatever it is you have planned for me, I am there. And she started singing the song, I Surrender Thee, which I absolutely love. And there's just a fantastic version by, what's her name? Winan. Oh God, why can't I think of her name right now? Whitney Houston's really good friend. But anyway, there's a fantastic version of it on YouTube, of I Surrender Thee. But anyway, she started singing it, and as soon as she let go, as soon as she you can go watch this video, it's on YouTube. As soon as she let go and she surrendered, her assistant came out and said, Steven Spielberg is on the phone for you. And so she picked up the phone, and he said to her, he goes, I hear that you're at a weight loss camp. If you lose 1 pound, the part is not yours. And, I think that's so true in life. There's been a lot of, God, not just in my 23 and a half years sober, but in my 46 years, there's been a lot of things that I've had to just let go of and be this is not going to happen for me. This isn't it. And what's really interesting is when I get to the point where I'm just kind of I exhale and I just let go. It's interesting, what opens for me. And I was talking last night, and I used Shane Dawson and I used Colleen Ballinger as an example. Especially Colleen Ballinger, Miranda sings, and she had her show on Netflix called Haters Back Off. That, you can see the world as doors or windows. And, when I choose to look at the world as windows, but sometimes I see it as doors. Sometimes I see it as obstacles closed or too high. But, if you look at the world and you think to yourself, okay, not oh, do I just give up, but how do I get through this obstacle? And then you let go of whatever the idea is, whatever path you're supposed to be on, if you believe in that, and I do, opens up for you and you see things in a completely different way. And, I've never, this is a shortened version of my vlog last night. I've never learned any lessons in my life easily. Lessons have never been handed to me on a silver platter. They just haven't, Lessons have been handed to me in life on, through difficult lessons. So I think it's an interesting meditation. I think it's a good reminder, that sometimes in life, we could read it again because it's so short. Letting go of one thing creates a space for something new to be able to move in. And I think that's how you see the world as a window. And so whether it's an idea or an opportunity or whatever it is in your life, sometimes you have to go, okay, well, this was my focus and now this is my focus, something different, and I'm open and I'm willing to allow whatever journey is going to come next. If something isn't working for me today, I am willing to let go of the struggle. I trust that God has something better in store for me. For years and being in meetings, and when the topic of acceptance and surrender comes up, I have always said, what is the alternative? You're just not going to accept what the world hands you. So I've always believed that, that you have options, and really the end result is to surrender and accept life on life's terms and how things are going. And for me, the world works much easier when I stop fighting against it and I just float on the river of life. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.